Hello everyone. You're welcome to day 2 of our Teach Smart Bootcamp 1.0. Okay, so yesterday we were looking at the introduction to what PowerPoint is all about. We looked at the rules of applying PowerPoint, the rules of design in PowerPoint. Okay, and mentioned a couple of things to keep it simple, to use the rule of Cs by Cs, to apply contrast and readability, ensure that your tests or whatever you're designing is readable. If you're using a dark background, make sure you have the text that pops up on the dark background. If you're using the light background, make sure you also use text that pops up on the light background. Okay, so today we'll be going straight into creating lessons in Microsoft PowerPoint, right? Okay, so without wasting much time, we'll go right into it. Okay, so I'll be taking us to the browser now. Like we said, okay, so but first I'd like to outline everything we're going to be talking about today. So first, when you want to start creating a lesson in PowerPoint, you have to make sure to choose a topic for the subject you want to design. Okay, get your materials, and you can get these materials using an AI generator or your textbook. Maybe you want to do it professionally and you understand the concept of what you want to design, so go ahead and design. But if you need help, AI would help do that. And the AI that I usually recommend is ChatGPT. We know there are other AI machines which we'll explore in some of our classes, but we'll stick to ChatGPT because ChatGPT does a very good job in giving ideas for lesson planning. Okay, so let's go right into it. So this is a lesson. So I wanted to create a lesson on water cycle. So I want to design a slide on a science topic. So this is what I asked ChatGPT. I want to teach water cycle and I need some ideas to turn into a PowerPoint lesson. And then it just popped up this, and you can see it has slide 1. It's telling me that, oh, slide 1 is my title slide, so this could be your title and all that. This slide 2, this could be slide 3, slide 4, and it takes us all the way down. And then if you come here, you see that there's always an information down at the end of what ChatGPT has created. So said if you want, I can write the actual kid-friendly script and visuals for each slide, right? So all I needed to do was to say yes, and then it start popping up. So it streamlined the previous what it gave me in the previous time, and made it quite short and child friendly. Okay, so this is what it generated, and then we go all the way down. Now here at the end of the content generating, it says, if you'd like, I can also design a matching colorful diagram of the water cycle that you can use on slide 3 to 10 or slides 3 and 10. So okay, so that's that. And then I kind of gave it a prompt here to say turn this into a PowerPoint slide. Like I wanted it to turn all of these into a PowerPoint slide, and then it just started generating picture. Okay, so sometimes ChatGPT can misinform what you want to do. So all you need to so what I did to address that is to copy what I wanted to convert, right? So I just copied all of this. So you highlight and copy all the way to where you want it to generate. Okay, so this is where I want it to stop. So I just did copy, Control C, or you right click and click copy. Okay, so I came into a new chart. I came into a new chart to say, oh, create this into a PowerPoint slide. Okay, So it already generated it here, so I'll just choose that PowerPoint conversion. Okay, so I pasted my ideas here. I pasted what I wanted here, but first I gave it an instruction: convert this to PowerPoint. And then this is the instruction, and that's the PowerPoint generation. Here is the PowerPoint. So download water cycle lesson, this. So immediately once we download it, you see that, oh, just all you need to do is click. Okay, so once you click, it downloads. Okay, it downloads. All right, so the reason why I'm going over this is because I forgot to record this part during our session. I started at a particular point, so I'm just doing this randomly on my own, okay, so that I can add it to the rest of the recordings. Okay, so this is where it ends. Okay, it generates the PowerPoint, you download it. So I'll show you the PowerPoint in a bit now. Okay, all right, so this is what was generated for us by PowerPoint, by ChatGPT, sorry. And like I said, I already have what I want to use for this slide, and I'm just repeating this already because I didn't record this. So for instance, this is how ChatGPT generates the information for you. Okay, sometimes it could be very specific, and sometimes it just does a very boring work. So this is very boring. If you take a look at it, it's actually very boring. Now, what's one way you can change this size? If you see, the dimension of this slide layout is not wide enough. It's not wide, so you might be restricted to whatever you're designing. Okay, so I like to use my 16:9:9 dimension. It works better for me. Okay, so check the you'll see in the next place where we have to change and adjust this design, adjust this slide to fit a wider space. Okay, so that's where our recording started. So I'm just doing this to so you come to design tab and click on slide size. So basically you have these 4.3, 4:3 and 16:9. So if you want the wider screen, you choose 16:9. So I've just converted that to make it wider. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is to highlight all of these slides. I'm going to highlight them. So you can highlight by doing Control A to highlight all. It will select all of the slides. And I'm going to take off the background. Oh, sorry. Okay, let me just bring up the background pane. Then highlight, then turn this background from what it is to white. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is to set your theme. We want to design water cycle, and what are the colors? You can tell what are some of the colors that you can find if you on, let's say, water cycle. What do you think are some creative colors we can use to better explain our theme? Yes, can someone tell us?
Sky blue.
Okay, sky blue.
Yellow, the sun.
Yellow for the sun. Okay, we have white too, and we have green, because green would always explain like the environment, grass, environment. So these are the three colors I'm going to base on these three colors: the blue, white, and the green. So choose your color preference. Whatever your color preference is, choose it while you get into what you want to do. So I'm going to come to theme. Sorry, I'll come to slide master like I showed us. Slide master, go to view, remember view, slide master, and then come here to color. I want to change the color of the theme. So I want it to be, to just have the shade of the blue, the blue, green. So I'll just look for something that works for me. Okay. Blue, green. Let me see if I still have any other shade. Okay, so I think I'm going to take this blue. Let me just choose that blue. Okay, so I've changed the theme. So whatever, now I'll show you what happens when you change the color in slide master. I'll close slide master now. Now whatever you want to insert, let me show you something. Click here, shape format. When I come to shape fill, you see that it follows the range of theme colors that we chose. I don't know who noticed that. The color we chose on the theme slide master is what's appearing here. So I'll show you what I mean. Click view, slide master, and I'll change it to something else. Colors, and let me choose this yellow kind of. Now go back, close slide master, go back, come to just select something so you can see the shape format pop up. It's pop up. So do we see? Hello, how many of us can see the changes now? So these are the changes. Yeah, I can see those reactions. Thank you. So these are the change. This is what it does. So meaning that whatever shape you want to design on this particular slide, you're only meant to use these colors. You're going to be restricted to just these theme colors because these are your theme colors. Except you want to go into more colors to change something. You want something specific. Then you come into this place to choose. Either you go to custom to choose something from this point that is not there, because from that theme color I can't see anything that looks like pink. So but if you feel that you want that, then this is how you can do that. Just come into custom or come into standard and choose any of the shades that you prefer. Choose any of the shades that you prefer and click OK. So that's just how it works. That's just how it works. Okay, so I'll undo that. Now my background is pink. My background is white at the moment, and now I want to design my very first slide, which is the title slide. Remember, we always say start with a title slide. Your title slide should be eye-catchy and all that. So let's go back to this. So I'll show you how to create something like this and something like this. I had to do two, so I'll show you how to create something like that, and then you can always apply your creativity in subsequent designs. All right, so let me get right into it. So to do that, you go to insert, shapes. Now that shape was a rectangle. Sorry, was a triangular shape, but not this one. Okay, let's choose this one. This one will do what we want. So you draw. Okay, I wanted blue, so I will need to change this theme. We're designing water cycle. Blue. Okay, close. See, it just changes immediately because you have changed your theme color. Okay, so let's draw. So this is how I want it to be. You can move this away. Move this away so that it does not obstruct what you want to design. Now take off the outlines. Always remove outlines in the shape. If you do not want those outlines, please always remove them. So I'll take off, I'll say no outline. I do not want an outline. Now I'm going to duplicate this. You duplicate with Control D, please. You duplicate with Control D. So you duplicate, and we want to rotate this, we want it to turn. So you come to this place. Remember, when you select a shape, it pops up this shape format tool. You always see it once you select a particular shape. So I'll select this shape and this tool comes up. So if you want to rotate a particular shape, you come to this place where you see arrange, the arrange group. Come here, click, and say, so I want to rotate it, and not this angle. You rotate again, and then you rotate one more time. So this is the angle I want. I'm going to reduce it. Reduce it and drop it here. Cool. Okay, so this is how I want the shape to be. And then I'm going to duplicate this again, Control D, duplicate it, move it up and rotate it. Or perhaps let me just flip it vertical, flip and reduce. Scroll up so you can place it where you want it to be. Okay, so this is quite small. So this is quite small. Okay. Yep. So it depends on your creativity. You can do whatever you feel you want to do with that particular shape. Good. Okay. So now, how do you group shapes? I'm going to use this to explain how to group shapes in PowerPoint. So when you click on the first shape, you hold your control key down to select the other shapes. So I just selected all of it. You can use the shortcut key Control G, or you can come to this part still on the arrange group, click on group and click group. So this shape is 1. It's turned to 1. So next thing we're going to do is to look for a picture that matches what we're trying to create. So water cycle, right? So let's get into the browser and find okay, so let's just say water cycle background. We want a background, so water cycle background. So this is what will happen. Just click images so you can see the different backgrounds that are there. So we can choose one. Let's choose one. We have to choose something very clear. Make sure that the picture you're choosing, whatever you're choosing, is clear, very clear. Okay, so I think this picture is clear. Let's save it. So save it into your computer. You have to save it, download the picture. So this is JPEG, so we can download it. So let's just click save. Now going back to PowerPoint. Now on the group shape, first you're going to insert the picture you want to get into this shape. So you have to insert it first. Insert the picture wherever the picture is, insert it. This is the picture here. Click insert. Okay, click insert and then come to the home tab. Either you use your Control C or you click on the clipboard groups, click copy. Now once you click copy, you can delete this. Then come into this format background. Come into the format background pane. Click picture. No, sorry. Not the format background. Undo. Sorry, I didn't select the shape. So let's select the shape. Good. The shape is selected. That's why we have shape options here. So you come into picture and then you copied something. Remember, you copied something. So once you copy something in PowerPoint, it goes to the clipboard. So that's why we click clipboard to insert the picture. So the picture is inserted. So this is how it this is how it is. This is how it's popping up. Now, let's say we don't want this. Let's duplicate the slide and take off. I'm going to take off this and I'm going to do the other one, the second one. So the shape we used to achieve that is these rounded corners, rectangle that have rounded corners. So you draw it. Now whenever you see this yellow point on a shape in PowerPoint or in Microsoft Word, it means that you can still adjust that shape. So from this, I can just adjust this shape. I want it to be, yeah, this is how I want it to be. Okay, so I'm going to rotate it because I want it to be in diagonal mode. So I'm going to try designing what I designed before. Remember, take off the outline. We don't want outlines interfering with what you're designing. So take off the outline. Remember, Control D to duplicate. Now duplicate this, and then I'm just trying to be creative here. Just use your eyes. Look at what you want to do. Think of how beautiful it will come out. Or just try different things. When you try different things, you see it. If it comes out nice, you see it. If it doesn't, you repeat it. That's how PowerPoint is. So it might take you over 3 hours to design a particular slide or 2. So let's say I want this. I'll duplicate this again, bring it in here. I want to make this smaller. Okay. I'll keep it here. I want to have something small again. Bring it here. I still want to have this, but smaller. Okay, so this is exactly what I want to do. And then I want to have something big at this side, but I don't want it to be part of what will link, what will group, what my shapes is going to look like. So I'm just going to adjust it because I just want to place it as a background here. Now, if you look at this, you see that this shape is actually covering our text, and we need our text. We need it. We need that text. So we're going to, that's where this option comes in. Under the arrange group, you see bring forward and send backward. So this one now, we're supposed to do what? What are we supposed to do to this shape, please?
Send backward.
Send backward. All right, thank you. So we're going to send this backward. Once you click the more menu, you see there are 2 options there: send backward, send to back. So sometimes if you click send backward and what you're trying to do does not move, you click send to back. Definitely one of them would. So this is what we want to do. Now notice I'm going to use this particular shape to explain these things called gradient stop. So on gradient stop, what's happening here is that is the fact that this picture is in gradient form. So if it wasn't in gradient form, if I change it back to solid, it will turn to white. But because it's on gradient fill, that's why I can see this gradient stop here. And under this place, I have just 2 gradient stop, 1 and 2, stop 2. If I want to add another stop, all you need to do, just click on the gradient fill. It will create another stop. So if you don't want that, just click on it and click this X, remove gradient stop. It will remove the gradient stop. So if this gradient stop is here, all I want to do is I want to reduce the transparency of this one. If you see, this one is selected. So I'm going to remove the transparency. I want it to be a little bit light. So I'm going to take off that transparency from this one, and I'll take off the transparency from this one because I want it to be faded. So that's just it. This is how I want it to be. Okay. Now we're going to group this. Remember, I said once you click the first one, hold your control key down to select the rest of the pictures, the rest of the shapes you have there. Group, how do you group it? Control G, or you come down to arrange group and click group. So it's now one. So we want to bring that shape. Now because we already saved something before on clipboard, we have used a particular picture before on clipboard. So once we go to picture, you see that the picture just appears because we actually have saved it before. We used it in our first slide, so it just appears here by default. So if you do this, now I want to work on my test. There's what we call word art in PowerPoint, even in Word. So you can turn test to word art. It's a decorative test style. So once you select the test you want, you can come here to word art and just convert it to whatever you want. So let's say I want to use this as let's say I want to use this. So once it converts it, you can take off this one. You can take off the other one. So this is just how this works. You take this off. Increase it to your taste. Bring this one down. Change the text. So you can decide to leave. You can decide to leave the font here. Make this bold. Increase it a little and adjust it. Sorry. You can still stretch this if you want. You can still stretch this if you want. If you feel that it works for your design and it's cool in your eyes, you can still stretch it. So this is what we have. So let's see how it's going to appear if it's so. This is how it's coming out. Okay, so this is how our slide is. This is how our title slide, like this is the first thing your audience will see, or the kids will see, the water cycle, and they will see this beautiful slide. So escape. Now let's go to the second part. All right. So here I have the overview of water cycle. I'm going to use this slide now to teach us how to add smart art graphics. I remember yesterday I was talking about smart art graphics in PowerPoint. So we're going to do that right now. So let's do that with display. So what I need to do first, because this is what ChatGPT created, right? So it's coming with a lot of things. So you just have to recreate it yourself. Now I'm going to first duplicate this. Duplicate it, and then I'm going to take off all of this. In fact, I don't even need this. I don't need this on my slide. I don't need this on my slide. So I'll just remove this. I'll just remove these stages because that's how I want to create it. I don't want to create it with all the text there. So I'll just remove this, delete, and then take this off. Sorry, take this off. Remember how I taught us that if we want to highlight more than one line of text at different dimensions, what key do you hold down? Yes, who can remember? What key do we hold down?
Shift key.
No, not the shift key. We hold the control key down.
I think the control key.
You hold the control key down to select more than one line of text so that you can delete them. Okay, so these bullets are here. Okay, so these bullets are here, and we're going to highlight and convert it. So under the home tab, you see the paragraph group. Under the paragraph group, you see this tool that says text direction this tool that says align your text, and this one that says convert to smart art graphics. So once you select a list of tests, you can convert it to smart art graphics immediately. So we're going to choose a graphics that works. So because this is supposed to show like, oh, from evaporation to condensation to precipitation, so that's why I used the one that has the arrow kind of. Yes, this is what I used. So once you click on smart art, this is smart art graphics. This is what we mean by smart art graphics. So position it wherever you want, and now you can change the color of the graphics. If you do not want it all blue, you come to change colors, click there and change the color, and the colors you will see is only going to have the colors you chose on the theme. So let's choose this. Okay, so here I'll use Arial black for this test. Okay, use Arial black for this test and increase it. I'm going to use this to show us what this format painter tool does. This format painter tool, I'm going to use this now to show us. So I have Arial black on size 40, and I do not want to repeat this for every other slide, and I want every of my other headings to be on Arial black with size 40. So all I need to do is highlight your main text and then click on format painter, but this time you don't click once, you double click on it, and it would show this. It would give you this brush like icon. So just click on the next slide that you want to work on and highlight it. Sorry, go back, highlight, double click on format painter, come into your next slide. So you are going to have to locate the beginning of, so highlight. Once you highlight, it converts to Arial black 40 in bold. You go to the next one. It does not go off until you're done. The reason why this brush tool is still appearing on the cursor is because we double clicked on the format painter tool. So take note of that. If you just only want to use it once, then you can just click on it once. But if you want to do it for a couple of tests, it means you're going to have to double click on it so it remains steady. So position your point and highlight. Okay, so I'm going to be using just these two slides. I don't want to use these other ones. So do I still have anything? Okay, I have summary. I want to work on summary. So highlight, and that's it. So I want to delete precipitation because we don't have time and can't do all of this. So I want to delete all these slides. Okay, so in precipitation, we're done. Now we need to uncheck this. We need to remove the format painter tool. So just click on it and it goes off. Just click back on the format painter once and it goes off. So this is what we have. So evaporation is set to, let's say this is how we want it to be. Now I want to create a design for this particular slide. I want a design for this slide. So first so let's go into view and slide master. So let me make use of the blank layout. Let me design it on the blank layout. Okay, so I want to design, just want to design a shape. Remove the outline. I'm trying to be a little fast. Remove the outline, not the fill. I think I like the fill. Remove the outline. Go to shape effects and create an effect. I just want an effect, simple kind of effect. Okay, let me use a preset too that makes it look like a button. So this is cool for me, and I still want to create something else on it. I want to change the feel of the blue. I do not like this blue. No, what's okay, let me choose this. Okay, all right, so this is what I want to use. I want to use these slides to create all of the other slides I need now. So I'm done with this. I'll just close it. I'm going to insert that slide, go to Home tab, New Slide, and click on the blank slide. So you see whatever you designed on Slide Master is appearing by default, and that's the only one that is changed because I specifically designed only the blank layout. Okay, so I just want to copy this. Okay, I can hold Control key down, copy the next one, so I can actually just copy and paste them here. Control V to paste. Yep, so I'll delete this. Okay, so I have a design because I want to use this slide. Now you'll find a picture that relates to what you're doing. So what I did was pull the picture. So what I did here was find the picture, put it here, turn this text to white, drew a shape. This is a shape, a rectangle shape. Put the shape here and brought the text into the shape because I just wanted the text to have a background, just to make the slide look tush. Okay, then bring this picture here. This picture was not looking like this, so we had to just do crop. Remember I taught us how to crop pictures to shape. So crop to shape. If I wanted to change that shape, I could say, oh, crop it to this shape, and that's the shape I would have. But that's not what I want to do. Okay, that's not the idea of what I wanted to create. So I can let me just undo. So that's how that was achieved. Then this other slide, the same. I just imported the picture. I had my background, put the text on the background, and that was how I got this. I don't know, does everybody understand how this was achieved? Okay, all right, so we can proceed. I can see those reactions. Thank you. All right, now moving over, we have less than 7 minutes to end this session, to begin the next session, so I'll just be very fast. Now this part, how do you create a quiz in the lesson? Now this was a background. I'm going to do that in the other slides. So let's do this. So because I wanted a quiz kind of background, so I have to bring it in. So I'm out of this place. I'll just create a blank slide. So this time around, I don't need a blank slide because my blank slide has a design, and that's not what I want to do. But irrespective of the design, you can still cover it. Okay, let's just use the blank. Let's just use this. Now I'm going to bring in a quiz kind of background. So because I wanted to create quiz, so I knew I needed a background. So just come in here, quiz background, and it will give you different quiz backgrounds. So you just need to choose whichever one you prefer. Now since I was using my theme is blue, now I want to show us something in Google. I want to show us something in the browser. If you wanted to search based on a specific color, you can do that by clicking on tools, color, just choose the color you want. So if I wanted just all blue, I'll click blue, and then all what I'll be getting is blue, blue, blue. But then all these are icons and not backgrounds. So all these are icons and not background. So let's say I choose blue. Good. I just clicked on the blue quiz background, and then this is it, just giving me blue, 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 blue everywhere, everything blue. So this was what I chose. This, you choose this, and download it. Like I said, we download it, save as, and download the picture into your computer. So let me go back to PowerPoint and let me show you how I inserted that. So insert picture, this device, find the background you downloaded. This is the background, insert it. Now this picture actually matches the dimension of my slide, so all I need to do is click and drag. So it does it. That's how that was achieved. You click and drag. In the case that the picture does not really match the dimension of what you need, I'll show you what I mean. Delete. I'll insert another picture. Picture, this device. I'm going to use another background. Okay, let me use this background. So just watch what will happen now. Now this background does not match this dimension at all. It means I'm going to be stretching from this place. It means I'm going to have to be stretching like this, and that's going to distort the image. You can see the image is already getting distorted, so that's not what I want to do. I'll show us how to crop to the particular dimension you need. So sorry, undo. Okay, so let's say this was how the picture came in. Now you go to crop, you come here to aspect ratio. So we're not cropping to shape, you're using an aspect ratio. So click aspect ratio and go down to this dimension. Remember when we changed the slide size, it was what dimension? It was 16.9. So click 16.9 and it crops it to 16.9 dimension, and then I'll just click out crop, and that's it. So push it to the beginning of the slide, and now you can drag it comfortably without distorting the picture. The look of the picture. This is how it's coming out. Okay, so that's just how to do that. Okay, so I'll just undo. I need this background. Okay, so let's go straight to insert shapes. We need our shapes to create. To type our quiz. Okay, so this is how the shape is coming out. Now how do you add text to a shape? Just right click on that shape and click edit text. Once you do that, you can now increase the font size. The shortcut to increase font size is Ctrl Shift greater than. So that's what I'm using right now. Ctrl Shift greater than. So I'll just type quiz time. Okay. And I like this. I like this to always have a button look. So I'll come to shape format and shape effects, preset, and preset 2. It always gives it a button look. So this text is still small. I want it very wide and maybe in bold, reduce. Okay, so this is cool. So this is my quiz time page. I'm going to insert a new slide, and I need a blank slide.